So the human infrastructure, or I'll call it the people aspect of sustainable development, must actually be put right front and center of our plans. No? So people are the ultimate renewable and sustainable resource that we have. And it is right now we're seeing in the work we do with big local companies, no, that a lot of them are already beginning to invest in capability building and organization transformation because they see the need to upskill, reskill, um, and level up the capabilities of their workforce to be able to respond to the changes, the major shifts that are happening in the market, in the business, in consumer, customer behavior, as well as the nature of work itself. No? So there's a lot right now who are beginning to invest, but we actually need more. Um, we're seeing that the traditional approach of just of asking HR, particularly the learning and development function, to just like say, okay, go and train my people and expect them to deliver on the requirements of the business. That's not anymore sufficient because it needs to be a system-wide and holistic approach to organization transformation with upskilling, capability building as just one part of it, but there also needs to be a whole other set of supporting systems and processes. What do I mean by that? It starts with having the right structure for the organization, given that in the last 3 years there had been layoffs or right sizing or changes in business strategy. Therefore, structure must be reviewed, the organization structure. And with that, the roles and clarity of roles, measures of success for each individual must be spelled out. Um, and from there, no, the leaders must be able to effectively lead the teams and the organization through these shifts in business, in market, and organizational dynamics. And there needs to be a culture of really supporting the growth and capability building of the workforce. And we're seeing that many companies are seeing upskilling or capability building as a major strategy for engagement and retention. To try and counter some of the things we're seeing right now, such as the great resignation or what we call quiet quitting, um, and a lot of um, burnout and frustration amongst the workforce. The leaders across the organization must be involved, very involved, and must be at the forefront actually of engagement, employee career development, and performance management. It's not just the purview of the HR team. It is everyone's responsibility to make sure that the work environment is one that employees want to stay in, and there's a lot of research that says that it's the middle manager, it's the manager that really can impact engagement significantly. Um, and it's the entire culture that must be deliberately built, nurtured, to make sure that employees are happy, are engaged, and find purpose and look forward to coming to work every day and really performing at their best. This is now a major imperative for organizations, for business leaders, because no matter how good your business transformation, business strategies are, if the workforce, the people, the talent is actually not harnessed and really encouraged to be at their best, then you will find that good talent will leave the organization or not be putting in their best effort. And that must be addressed if we want to recover, if we want to pivot, if we want to transform. It's very sad for both the employee and the employer because you just do the minimum um, without being very engaged and happy in what you're doing. And I think when that happens, the organizations, and HR and the leadership team must keep their pulse on the engagement level of everyone. There must be systems, performance measures to see how the employees are, what their wellness, their engagement are. And for the employees, those who, just quietly quit, I encourage them actually to voice out the fact that they can do more, they want to do more, but they're currently challenged because maybe they don't find the connection between their individual purpose and the purpose of the company. They don't see a career path, or at least a growth plan for them, or they are not being given opportunities to upskill. And those are the things that must be addressed by the organization.